Hello and welcome back to SmartER, and today we're going to look at replacing the key shell and the blade on the newly acquired Smart 453 Fortwo. So as you can see on this one, the spring-loaded flick blade doesn't work. So I did get a quote to get one of these at Timpsons. They wanted like 50 quid and then they told me they couldn't do it. So £12.67 later off of Amazon, and a replacement arrived. So here you go. Now the first thing to notice is there is actually a gudgeon pin, a small retaining pin that holds the blade into the arm within the fob itself. So you have to punch that out. So I've just used some old technical screwdrivers I had left over from mobile phone screen repairing, and it came out really easily on the original. I am not very sensible when it comes to little things like this, but this is what it looks like. It's literally just a hollow pin. Treat them with care, because if you lose them you're going to regret it. So that's that. Now next thing I did, some people don't do this way, but I prized it open, as you can see here, where the keyring normally goes through, just to prise it apart a little bit and just get a look at the insides, like so. Be very careful and gentle when you open it, and pay attention to when you take the shell apart, what it looks like. Take a photograph, take a video like I'm doing here. It's always a good reference point, because all you need is for it to fall out and you get all discombobulated and think that I can't never put that back together again. So top tip, take a photo as you go along, or a little video. So remove the circuit board and very carefully place that into the receiving part of the gel button coat. We're going to take the battery out next, but there's the wobbly jobbly that's broken and not making it flick open as it should. So you can learn from my mistakes here. First time I've done this, so do it from this side. It just flicks out, and again pay attention to which side up it goes, so the orientation of it relative to which side of the key. So there you go, there's the battery out, the keyboard out, the top of the shell removed, and now all that remains is for us to pull out the blade. Voila! And that's the original one removed. And set that to one side. So I've learned a couple of things that you need to be patient with this, and I did come across a few problems. And I'm going to go through those with you on this particular one. I don't think it's anything particularly down to the manufacturer really, although the design isn't as accurate as it probably could be. So it's going to be the same process. We're going to remove the pin from there, but guess who didn't think there was one in there? Because it was so shiny and so new, I didn't think there was a retaining pin in there. So I'm trying to pull it out like an idiot. So after a little attempt with some pliers, as you can see the marks there, I realised that there was actually a retaining pin in there. I actually used the phone to zoom in on it. So yep, there you go. You can learn from my mistakes, make your life easier, and do it a lot quicker. So again, knock out the retaining pin. Word of warning, don't get these two gudgeon pins mixed up. They are slightly different sizes. So there you are, that's what it looks like. So this is obviously off the new one, and this should just then pop out with a bit of a wiggle. There you go. Now we're going to have a look at these closely. Now at first inspection, yeah, they look, oh that's great, they look just right. Oh, how wrong I was. Apart from that groove there on the original, I thought, yeah, that'll just fly straight in. So what I found out was that as I was offering it into the new hub, that this shape here was ever so slightly different. Forgive my grubby fingers. It'll come into view in a second. I've had to focus in a little bit on the editing. It'll come down now, 1 second, and you'll see the difference. He says, there it is, there we go. So the one on the right, look, has got the notch out as the original, but look very carefully where the curve meets the top of the flat blade. There's a slight, there it is, there look, see, it's a slight difference. So again, here's another look. If you overlay the new one with the old one and you line it up, you will see that, sorry, it's a really bad video, this bit, but you'll see that one is slightly taller than the other. Not much, a couple of millimeters in it. You'll see again now in a moment. So it's just out of picture here, but the original one is slightly bigger, so you have to do some modification on the original blade. So I've used some small diamond files that I bought for refurbishing alloy wheels, and just worked away slowly, methodically, took my time, offering it back against the original, so that the original blade, which has got the notches in it, matches the new Key Fob's template blade in every shape. And again, there's the top bit on the original, which is slightly bigger than the replacement. So I'm just working it, taking my time and making it look the same. And I thought it was just that top bit at first. And here we go, look, I try it. It's getting a little bit closer, but there's still something not right. And like I said, I literally figured out, but now you go better look, there's a better look. You can see there is quite a difference. The one on the left is the new one, the one on the right is the original. So, again, there's the template, there's the original, ever so slightly different. So you have to make the shapes look the same. But once you've done that or got near as damn it, it's that little notch right there that if you're not careful and don't pay attention, you miss. So you've got to file that sort of slot in as well. And once you've done it, guess what? Voila. As Del Boy would say. Mange tout, Rodney, mange tout. So then it's just a simple case of rebuilding what you took apart. And watch me very deftly, with the gudgeon pin. Maybe flick it everywhere. So again, learn from my mistakes. If you've got somebody that's a little bit more dexterous with their fingers and a pair of tweezers, get them to do it. I figured it out in the end. I used a really good technique, which was just the top of these tweezers, but then nope, that wasn't any good. So good old knife, plenty of those in the drawer, and it just started it off. And then get Mr. Hammer. I was so confident I didn't need the driver, or so I thought, but oh no, here we go. There's a little driver, the old technical screwdriver again, and get it in there. So it does work, it does fit. It did catch a little bit, so off camera I did give it a little bit of a file just to bring it down a little bit more so that it wasn't catching as you close it. There you go, it's in. And then if you close it up and press the button, it does flick open. So yes, trials and tribulations. I think it could have been a better description on the Amazon item. Here's the offending article that breaks. I don't exactly know what breaks. It looks like there's a lug that's broken off there, or two actually. So when you put the battery in, you put the heel in first, so the springy side in first, like that, and then you push down and it goes in nice and easily. Had a little bit of drama trying to get the circuit board back on, but I went away, had a walk around the block, came back and realised I was trying to do it upside down. So again, just take your time, learn from my mistakes, and it does fit in quite neatly. I was always taught, and I mentioned this in other videos, never force anything. If it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't go in, don't hit it with a hammer, don't use too much force. It should just snap in place, especially with today's modern engineering. There you go, just like that. So here we go, here's the replacement blade, the original blade and the replacement fob. Again, a bit sticky, but that will wear down. And I think as you'll see in the next couple of videos, elements that you'll see. Here we go. There we go, it does loosen up. So let's make sure it works. So flick flick, see it's getting back. So unlock the car, lock the car, unlock the car. Soon, coming soon, a walk around the new content provider for the channel. and there she goes. She's a bit reluctant to start, I think, so new spark plugs are well in order. Luckily I know a channel where to see that. So all done. Hope that helps, and cup of tea time.